it's time to admit this with Roman Reigns. And in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what we all need to be admitting and why. Look, Roman Reigns is and has been the biggest WWE star since John Cena in his peak. I mean, it took this company nearly a decade to get him exactly where A, he wanted to be, and where B, Vince McMahon wanted him to be. But of course, the fans revolted on this man until he turned heel and went with Paul Heyman. Now, 2024 has been interesting for Roman, right? We entered the year, he's still our tribal chief, he's still the undisputed WWE champion. And he feuds with various people heading into WrestleMania 40. Cody Rhodes wins men's Royal Rumble match, earning himself another opportunity for the second straight year to step into the ring at WrestleMania and challenge Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Championship. But it was The Rock that returned, and he tried to do the match with Roman. And we all know how that turned out. Rock, he turned heel. He aligned with Roman. They did an awesome job of building that tag team match, Rock-Roman, against Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 40. The next night, after securing a tag team victory, it was Cody Rhodes who dethroned Roman Reigns as our tribal chief, ending his reign as our tribal chief, ending his reign as the undisputed WWE Championship holder, as well as the heel persona of Roman Reigns. It put it to an end. Now, since then, of course, fast forward multiple months, Roman Reigns returns at SummerSlam, entering into a feud with Solo Sakoa. And these guys, they've worked a ton of matches since then, right? But we haven't got that singles match. That's coming up on January 6th, Raw Netflix debut. They've worked trios matches. They've worked tag team matches. Heck, they've worked War Games at Survivor Series. Obviously, Roman Reigns teaming up with the Usos, Sami Zayn, Honorary Uso, and CM Punk to go over the New Bloodline and Bronson Reed at War Games. But it got me thinking, okay, we're building towards Raw on Netflix January 6th. It's going to be a big clash, right? We're going to find out who our real tribal chief is. The thing that we all need to admit is this. Roman Reigns isn't a very good babyface. In fact, he's a better heel than he is a babyface. It doesn't matter whether or not he's the early version of the tribal chief. I would even say before our tribal chief. But in today's modern setting, he just doesn't seem to be the same guy. Look, I understand that WWE knew coming out of WrestleMania 40 that Roman is going to get cheered against Solo Sakoa. No one liked Solo Sakoa. I'm sure he's a nice guy, but he's not the guy. He's not going to be a top heel for the company in the next 10 years. He's not. Right? They tried it. It didn't work. And they tried to do so with Roman as a babyface, ending one of the most glorious reigns as a top-tier star that I've ever seen. And so now you have a situation where they're trying to build up Roman as this just superhero-type guy against Solo Sakoa, who is not a very good bad guy. And everyone sees through Solo, and everyone wants to see Roman go against Jacob Fatu. Now that I can buy into, and I think you guys can as well. But if you look at the presentation of Roman Reigns as a heel and Roman Reigns as a babyface, it's not even close. Roman as a heel is a lot better. I'm not even saying like as the champion. I'm just talking about he carries himself differently. He is a better heel than he is a babyface. You go into the booking, it almost feels like Roman has to go out of his way to make babyface tendencies because his character hasn't changed that much, right? He still has the same character. I'm not denying that. I'm just saying like the booking behind it and the presentation behind it is not as strong as he was a heel. Same character, but he goes out of his way, and it's very unnatural for his character to go out of his way to try to bring up Jay and try to bring up Jimmy and try to bring up Sammy. Okay? It's not natural. And so it's hurt his performances. Also, they ruined his theme music. I have no idea. Okay, call me a mark, but I had Roman Reigns' heel tribal chief theme song as my ringtone for like 3 years. I loved that song. Just da-da-da-da-da-da. And then they changed it. And it's like, we get that he turned babyface. Why ruin a good song? Right? Like, why? That's just weird. Whenever like Triple H would come out to like King of Kings, it's like, I like the game better. Can we go and do that? So you look at what Roman has been able to do in his babyface run. He's taken a lot of L's. And it's like, oh, okay, well, they're trying to build up Solo, and it's like, you could build up Solo a lot better without him beating Roman Reigns. How about win some matches on television? How about that? Like, let's start with that and see how that goes. No, we're just going to beat Roman. It's like, ugh, you roll your eyes at it. I said coming out of Survivor Series War Games, I thought it was a gigantic mistake. And I get they tried to protect Solo, but in that War Games match, having all the babyfaces hit their finishers on Solo and Roman Reigns being the guy that pinned Solo, I'm like, ugh, what are we doing? And they're like, well, he's not the tribal chief because he has to take the necklace. And it's like, couldn't he just taken the necklace at Survivor Series and just like put it around his neck and we just kind of move on from this? No. We got to still go with, Roman versus Solo. It's like, okay, well, I guess so. Can we just like hit the fast forward button on this feud and just go to the Jacob Fatu match already? Now, I'm glad that they're not trying to extend this to WrestleMania. I am so grateful that we do not have to see Roman Reigns wrestle Solo Sakoa at WrestleMania. I am, though, hoping, since we are getting Roman versus Solo January 6th on Netflix, Raw debut, that we do get to see Roman versus Jacob Fatu. That's a match I'm interested in. That's a match I'm willing to pay to see. That's a match that's intriguing because you would think that Roman would go over in that match. I don't know. I would actually have Jacob beat Roman. Now, here's the thing with that. Do you make Jacob the new tribal chief, right? Then it gets a little murky because I think you have to have Roman Reigns as a tribal chief. And it would be ridiculous to think that Roman would have the Usos and Sami Zayn and Solo Sakoa and Jacob Fatu and the Tongas with him, right? As like this super tribal chief, like this insane bloodline. I think that would go a little too far. But I think when this feud is over, I think Solo Sakoa is going to be in a little bit of trouble. He's going to have to find him a tag team partner or something because you take him out of this storyline, I don't think anyone cares about Solo Sakoa. And for Roman Reigns, I think people are ready for him to get past Solo Sakoa. I think people are ready for him to go on to Jacob Fatu and whoever else because it's like Solo Sakoa, he ain't cutting it. He ain't passing the smell test when it comes to top tier stardom with our boy Roman Reigns.